What's up, guys? Riley back here today, and I've got the black C10 in front of me, and I don't know if I told y'all in the last video what the black C10 is. We're going to be doing upgrades on it. Well, we did the upgrades. I didn't get a video in because my brother did it while I was gone, but I'm going to show y'all what we've got on it. I'm going to test it out and just explain a few things with it. I've ran it before already. So in the end, we're going to explain what we like about certain things and what we don't like, as always. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So here's the truck, and yes, the setup's gone for now. I've been a little busy in the shop doing a few things. I should have a video out on it already, but here is the truck. It's wider, it's got wheels on it, all of that. It does sit a little crooked, we've got a little rubbage, but I'm gonna go ahead and take those pins off so I can get talking about it. So what we have here on the outside, these are the MOFO RC, they're bead locks. I can't remember exactly what they call them. I didn't buy them, so I don't know what they're called. But I know they're MOFO RC. They're flipped, so they're deep dish. And we got them on the HYRAXes. And they look really good on the HYRAXes. So that was a plus. We enjoyed that. Definitely a nice set of wheels, if I don't knock the camera over. One problem we're having is, so we've got the 6mm brass wheel hexes on them, and the wheels are wiggling. And I think it might be just the actual wheel hex or something, but I have no clue. So if y'all know what's wrong with it, comment down below, because it's kind of frustrating. So, I already told you the wheels, the V-locks. This is stage 1 of the build. We got all this wiring because of that. That is a hot racing 66 turn motor. Now guys, if you're looking at buying this motor, it's slower than the regular stock motor. But it's got all the torque you need. We went to an event and at Hobbytown, and they had one there with the 66 turn, and his was decked out, and it was doing pretty good with all the weight. I picked it up and it was pretty heavy. So this motor is a little slow, yes, but it's got all the torque you need. So if you want torque over speed, then I'd get that. But Endura does have a 66 turn too, and I don't know, I haven't had it yet, so I don't exactly know how good it is. The next thing, we have an EMAX servo in it. We've had it in for a while now. We had it in right before we did this build, and we used it, and it was pretty good. But I don't think I told y'all about it. I don't remember telling y'all about it. So we've got the EMAX servo to steer these big old heavy wheels. So that was definitely a plus, because in the first video I did, I was having the biggest problem steering. So now that we've got the servo on there, it's a ton better. I haven't had any problems with these servos. This is my second one. So this one, and then the one on my C10, the blue C10. And I haven't had a problem with them yet, so hopefully I don't have a problem. But I mean, every once in a while you'll run into a little bit of problem. Now, one problem, I don't know why, but if I can get something to kind of point it out. So the servo is rubbing on the bumper mounts. the servo mount part, where the servo mounts on in the front, is actually rubbing on the bumper mount, where the bumper is mounted. So I don't know if maybe he didn't screw it in all the way. No, it seems to be screwed in all the way. But it's not fitting, and I don't know why it's not fitting. So maybe I could probably trim some of the mount, trim it back. And that'll obviously help it a little bit at least, because it's not too much rub, but it's just enough to be annoying. But there's the quick little overview of the build. Yes, there's still a bumper on it because he doesn't want to take it off, as in my brother, because this is his truck. We'll go ahead and get these pins on, and we're gonna go down to the RC track. So I'll see you there. I'm here in the woods. I've got the truck here. We're on the course and we're getting ready to run it. The first thing I'm gonna do is the new rock crawl, and then I'm gonna do the creek bed rock crawl. I'm not gonna do any well, I'll do a hill climb too, just because it's got more weight added, so it should do a little bit better than before. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. There's the truck. Now I am driving with one hand. We do have plenty of rubbing with the new wheels and hexes, so you gotta watch out for that too, guys. So the first part of this course can be kind of a hassle for some trucks. But not for this one. If you hear that, that is the bumper and body rhythm. Mostly the bumper. Now, because it is wider, it does give the axles more room to hang up, so that is one downside. Now we do want to put portal axles on this whenever time comes. On that part where they like to slide. That wider wheelbase helped keep it from tipping, so that's a plus. Getting in the bind. So the little truck made it. Yay! It seemed to do pretty good. I didn't have any tipping problems, none of that. The axles hung up some and it got a little bound up. And also it doesn't help when you turn, it just eats the front bumper. But, you know, can't help everything, can you? Or can you? But next, I'm gonna go do a hill climb, and then I'm gonna do the creek bed crawl. It's a little slick, even when dry, so that's why I'm gonna try it out, see if the wider wheelbase and more weight will help with the new wheels. So let's get over to the hill climb. So I'm at the top of the hill climb. I figured there was no point in starting at the bottom because it just goes up it so easily. So we're just gonna start at the top. This shouldn't take too long to do, but we'll go ahead and get into it. We got one tip over. Boom, just like that. That was a fast crawl. I'll see if I can do it slow, but I don't think I am. There we go, got up it. So next we're gonna do the creek bed crawl. It's not gonna take much longer either. It's a shorter one. So let's go ahead and get into that. So I've got the truck here at the creek bed crawl. I think that's what I'm gonna name it. I actually might make a sign for it. I don't know, comment down below if you think I should. Also, we're gonna go ahead and get into this crawl. This is a smaller cobble. Even when it's dry, it's pretty slick, especially with these HYRAXes. Like I said, this is a short crawl. It's not very long. So I'm going to try my best to take it slower and take all the harder paths. Here. Mostly I'm going to zigzag. Just try and get in the rock some. That seemed pretty good, so instead I'm going to turn it back around and go back through, kind of like I did where I was weaving in to all the bigger rocks. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So this right here is actually my favorite obstacle so far to go over, is these two rocks, because it gets so much different flexing points in it. So far, these upgrades have proven to be pretty good. So the only problems we have, I think, got about 3 downsides to it. It's slower with the motor, which I didn't really look. I've looked into the motor just a little bit, but not enough. But the motor is plenty powerful. There was a few spots where my truck and Trig's truck, which is my little brother with the Jeep, would bind up, and he actually has an upgraded motor on his, and it would bind up a little bit, and this one won't bind up there or in those areas. So the motor proves to be pretty strong. Yes, it's a little slow. So there's a pro and there's a con to it, but you know. And the next thing is the wheels. They're wiggling. I don't know what the problem is. The wheel hexes are not wheel hexes, but wheel nuts are all the way tight. They're tightened as much as we could get them. Now I didn't tighten them too much because I didn't want it to mess up the motor. Because on the bigger trucks, the bigger RC trucks, usually you can tighten them as much as possible. But these, you can't do that because it puts more, a little more stress on the motor. And it's just a way to prevent your motor from burning up, even if you have an upgraded one, is to not like tighten them as much as you can. So that's a problem we have with the wheels. If you know anything on how to fix that, comment down below. I know 2FM, Too Fast Matt RC, puts the bearings in there, and then puts the the nut, the wheel nut, on the outside of it, just kind of like a spacer to help get to the wheel nut. But that's the problem with those that I've got. And then the other problem, if I turn the truck around, is the axle dragging. So since it's widened, it gives how do I explain this? It kind of exposes the axle a little more. So the axle does drag a little more. I think we're gonna put portal axles on it. But I don't know when, if we do. But those are the few problems I have with it. I really like the wheels. The tires are awesome. I have a video out on them. So definitely go watch that. If I turn it around, the servo is pretty good. It's pushing a good amount of weight, the truck. The wheels, the brass hexes, they're 6mm hexes. Or not hexes, but wheel hubs. So definitely check all those parts out from MOFO and A-Main Hobbies. That's where I get most of my parts, other than Injora, because Injora only sells on, I think they have it on Amazon and eBay or whatever, and then their actual website. So check out all these parts. I will attempt to put the links down in the description. And I'll see you next time.